In this video, we'll show you how to write a check for James. To write a check, it's basically a two-step process. Step number one is to fill out the checkbook register. It's important that you do this first so you don't forget and then you have a record of it. Step number two is to fill out the check itself. So we're going to fill out the register first, and I've already done that for us. You start out with the date and the check number, which in this case is 1014. This is a two-line checkbook register, so on the first line we put in the payee's name or the company name, in this case Sue Landlord, and on the second line is what the check is for, April rent. Some registers only have a one-line entry, and in that case you would put the payee's name and what it's for all in one line. I like the two-line check register because it gives me a little more room and I can be a little more descriptive. In the payment column, my rent is $675, so I write that there. I come over here to the balance column. I'm in good shape, or James is in good shape. He has $800.26 in his account. So on the white line, we subtract out the $675, and the running balance then would be $125.26. So he definitely has enough money to cover it, and he has some extra. So once the check register is filled out, now you want to write the check. When you go to write the check, you want to start with the date. The date can be the short form like I have it here, or the long form. It's totally up to you. In the pay to the order of, you're going to write the person's name or the company name who's receiving the money. Sue Landlord is our landlord, so she's going to get the money. And over here in the numeric amount, very important that you start the first digit close to the dollar sign. So here's my dollars, 675, and you really want to put your cents over 100. You don't want to use periods or anything like that, because sometimes the period could look like a comma, or the period may not even show, and it's very hard to read the numeric amount. So this is ideal right here to do the check that way. The next line underneath the payee is the written out amount. Notice there's a couple very important things you want to do here. The first thing is you want to start writing close to the end of the line to the left and capitalize the first letter of the first word. 600, you spell that out, 75, and then use the word and to separate the dollars and the cents. What I like to do is then draw a line and then do my cents over 100. It's also acceptable to put the cents over 100 here and then draw the line. Whichever you want is fine by me. The next thing you need to do, what I strongly suggest, is put in the memo what the check is for. This is going to help with any confusion, and it also holds up in the court of law that if Sue would come back and say, hey, you never paid your April rent, you can say check number 1014 was my April rent, and I even wrote it in the memo. So it's good to do that. And then lastly, don't forget to sign the check. James has to sign this check, or this is just a piece of paper. It's pretty simple, the whole process doesn't take long, and now you know how to write a check.